up by the bell where it's the most stable, and you're going to avoid all the keys and the rods. So we'll hold this here for now. Next, we're going to pick up our neck strap. Put it on and take the hook.
Is this okay?
Yep. Yeah, put it on. And you see this loop right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to hook it right in there. Make sure it's straight. Nice. All right. So then adjust it so it doesn't feel too low yet. Get comfy, and we can just let it hang here for now.
Okay.
Let it get comfy. All right, so now we're going to grab the neck of our instrument right here. We're going to start by putting the mouthpiece together. So we'll take the neck and the mouthpiece together with the reed. You're going to take your mouthpiece onto your neck and push it about halfway down onto the cork.
Okay.
Twisting to the right, gently, just so that it's getting there. Again, avoiding the octave keys right here, the mechanics, just so that it's not bumping.
Is this right? Did
Yeah,
I do it?
that's
Okay.
good. Yeah, as long as it's like straight. Pretty much. All right, and then this is called the ligature right here. So after that, we're going to grab our reed out of your case. Should be right there, yep. So, take the reed out and be very gentle with it because the end is like super fragile. You can drop the case back in. We're going to get a little wet first. This is going to be weird. Good. All ready? All right, so now, if you want to watch first, you're going to take your thumb and your first finger, slide it in under the ligature. Make sure the screws are loose enough for it to get under there. You want to be really gentle so that it doesn't break, because it can be kind of tough. And the ligature, the mouthpiece itself has a line on it that you can see in the light where it shows where the ligature should stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I feel like I'm not doing this
Yeah,
right.
use your fingers on the side there so that you can slide it
Like that?
in. Yeah, like
Okay.
flat. Sort of so that it's against it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm struggling, man.
You can do it. Yeah, here, try to get your fingers around it so that it can like slide down, kind of like on the rails.
Okay.
Sort of.
No.
There
we go.
Yeah.
Nope.
Here, I can show you too. So I take these two fingers, your thumb and your first, and you slide it down under so that it's kind of on a track as it goes down. So once you get it flat on the top, yeah, it's a little
I've clearly never done this before, so. I don't know.
You can do it. Keep going. You want to make sure the ligature is straight too.
Okay.
Yeah,
That might make
there's
a
a space
difference.
underneath it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna push it up a little, and then get it lined up flat up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we
now
go.
Slide it down with your fingertips so that the tip of the reed is just under the plastic end of the mouthpiece. And once it's there, make sure the ligature is lined up. Nice.
I did it, yay!
Nice. So once it's there, you got a little bit of black showing. Tighten the screws so that it's firm, but it's not super tight.
Okay.
Awesome. So now that we have this together, I'm gonna connect it to the body of the instrument. Woo! So pick it up again by the bell, avoiding all the keys. Make sure it's nice and safe. We're gonna twist it gently into the top here. And you'll see there's a screw on the front, and that basically just tightens it so that when it's in there, it's not gonna like wobble around.
Okay.
And on the back here, the octave key, there's like a rail that lines up with this center rod. So that'll show you where it should stop. And once you get it in there, then you can just tighten the screw and you will be all good. Make sure that it's even. You can look at your mouth. That looks good to me.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to move on to our hand position. So take your hands like this and form C's. Nice and relaxed. So first we're going to work on our thumbs. Take your left thumb, and you see this black pad right up here. Place it right on there. Nice and relaxed so that you can kind of reach this key right here. That's the octave key. You'll see it controls like right up there. Yeah. And your next thumb on your right hand goes right into this hook down here.
Okay.
Yeah. Now when you're holding your right hand there, just a note to start off with, it's not really supposed to like hold the instrument. It's just kind of a balance.
Okay.
So if it feels like there's a lot of weight or support on there, then you should adjust your neck strap and sort of sit up a little straighter.
Okay.
But we'll get to that. So the first fingers, or I guess the rest of your fingers on your left hand, fingers 1, 2, and 3 go on 2, 4, and 5 right here, these pearl keys. See how there are 5 of them? Yeah.
2, 4, 5.
2, 4, and 5.
All right.
Yeah, so you hold it there, Now this hand has to be a little curved towards the keys, slightly angled downward, because you see all these palm keys here. We're not going to use them today, but you have to have enough room so that you're not pressing down on them while you play. So make sure your hands are curved a little bit downwards. And while you have your right thumb in here, there are only 3 keys down here, so your 3 fingers rest there. And your pinky can just rest on top of these sort of roll extra keys down here.
Okay.
And yeah, this hand is a little more perpendicular to the keys, so you want it to be straight instead of like curved in any way, because then you can press them really straight on. And yeah, then we'll be good. As long as it's just relaxed and you're not pressing anything down, we will move on to holding the instrument. So yeah, like I said before, make sure that the weight is more on the neck strap and not on your hands.
Okay.
So you're not like holding it up, but that it's resting comfortably.
Okay.
And if it feels better to push it to the side, you can as well. But take the time to sort of, it's called the fulcrum, where the mouthpiece, like the rails of the reed sort of meet the mouthpiece, and it's supposed to just kind of meet your mouth as you play it.
Okay.
Instead of having it like bring it to you. So if it's a little low, like mine's always a little low, I have to pull it up so that when I pull it closer to me, it's just right there. So if you want to like mess with your neck strap a little bit and see where that's comfortable.
Hit myself in the face. Okay. I think I'm good. Yeah,
Nice.
I think this feels alright. So
Nice. Yeah, and it's sort of the same posture as like playing any wind instrument. You want to make sure you're sitting up straight, you're forward in your chair, feet are forming a tripod, head and shoulders are straight. And yeah, and this time you want to make sure that everything up here is straight too, so that you're not having to like lean, so that your mouthpiece isn't twisted or your neck isn't, you know, in the wrong angle. So does it all look okay there?
I
You know
think
how
so.
you set it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to just like bring it a couple times to see how it works, and you're not like moving your head towards it. Yeah.
Okay.
It feels awkward at first, but it
Yeah.
looks really good. Yeah, so now we'll move on to forming our embouchure. So, when you play, you want to make sure that your top and your bottom teeth are aligned together,
Okay.
so that basically it's just forming kind of a wall.
Mhm.
And when you bring it on here, your lower lip should roll over to cushion your bottom teeth, and that rests up on the reed. And the mouthpiece itself only enters about like a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch in your mouth. And your top teeth, again, staying in line, should just kind of rest on the top of the plastic. So if you want to just try that out and see how it feels to roll your tongue under, or your lip under, rather. Yeah, you might want to push in just a little bit more. Make sure it's more your top teeth instead of like right here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, if you want to like bite down on it a little bit. But you don't want pressure either, so it shouldn't be biting, it just rests. Yeah.
Okay.
And when you're playing, you want to make sure that the corners of your mouth are like sort of pulled in kind of tight towards the mouthpiece, kind of like the spokes of a wheel, supposedly. So that you're just maintaining a firm, everything is kind of held, and that the instrument doesn't wobble while you're playing it. So you want to like put it in your mouth the way that you would play it, and then just move the instrument around and see how it feels. You don't want to like break your teeth, but you gotta make sure that you have it held firmly. At the same time, just make sure your chin is nice and smooth, you're sitting up straight.
So your bottom lip comes over your bottom teeth.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, over your bottom teeth.
Okay.
Because then it provides enough cushion for the reed itself to like vibrate instead of just holding your teeth on it.
Okay.
Kind of. Take a full breath in and say, ha.
Ha.
Nice.
Okay.
So one more time. Ha. Nice. Awesome. So that's the kind of breath that you need, sort of, to make sure that you have enough to push through and you're really keeping it consistent. It's nice and straight the whole time. So now we will talk a little bit about articulation. So we're going to start with a syllable, say da.
Da.
Now say it one more time.
Da.
Yeah. Does that feel like, how would you compare that to saying ta or like to?
Ta and da. I mean, with da, I think your tongue's maybe a little more involved. With T, it's more frontal, more forward.
Yeah,
You know what I
completely, completely. So when you're tonguing, you want to make sure that your tongue is just lifting so that the end, if you look at like your fingertip, from maybe like the last 1/4 of your fingernail to the end, if you imagine that as like your tongue, it's basically just the very tip of it that's coming up to touch right where the reed and the mouthpiece separates.
Okay.
So you don't want to like push against it, and you don't want to like flick it, but it should be enough to just like touch it gently to say that da syllable instead of like making it sharp.
Okay.
So we'll take a nice full breath in and just try to say ha through the instrument. And we'll put our first 2 fingers down so that we're playing our concert C. It's our A. And here's what it sounds like. try that.
Okay.
Take a nice full breath in and say ha.
Oh, how do you?
Ready?